And we just heard a big rumble of thunder. A grounder that'll roll into left field for a base hit. One run will score. Play at the plate. She is down at home. What a play by Georgia to preserve the lead. One run came in from third, and the runner from second trying to come in right there, and Georgia put a stop to it right there, and they'll hold on to the lead. Give a call in left field to Megan Wiggins. She came up firing. And at home plate, Ashley Razy hung on to it. It was a step ahead, and Georgia will hold on. They'll hold on to the lead here. It's 4-3. We head to the bottom half of the fourth.
All three right there locked in. This is probably one of the better races that we've seen all day. And coming through here, Georgia trying to make a push right there at the very end, and he got it. Bill Krieger for Georgia with a 2-minute flat.
So to serve it in here for the Dogs, it'll be Fecto. Bounced up one time right back into the face of the Kentucky defenders. They'll set it up one here. Mendoza over Choi. Sends it back. Gates sends it way back over a diving attempt there by Sauer, the libero spot, and it'll be a point for Georgia, and they're within one.
Through its completed 7 innings, the 0-2. Cotter looking for strike 3, and Aravalo moves 1-2-3 through the 6th. So to get things started here in the home half of the 5th, it'll be Laura Trout in the 9 spot, then back to the top of the order, Taylor Schlope and Megan Wiggins. Trout standing in, the sophomore from Summerville, South Carolina. That one in there at the knees for a ball, 1-0. Trout flew out to left field in her only previous plate appearance. Chopper, foul. Count evens 1-1. It's always interesting to see when you play teams within conference. You know, the state of Georgia at whole produces so many different athletes in so many other sports. The Atlanta area well known for that. The 1-1 bunted foul. And the count moves 1-2. Trout, it's nice. It's always interesting to look cross states, you know, in the terms of today, South Carolina and Georgia. It's always interesting to see who exactly comes from where. And on the Georgia roster, Trout is the only South Carolinian, as we mentioned, from Summerville. A couple of Georgians on the South Carolina rosters. That one's in there for a ball. The count evens 2-2. Del Voigt from Decula. Lindsey Walker is from Fayetteville. Caitlin Westfall from Macon. Ashley Chastain, the pitcher from Palmetto, Georgia. And the 2-2 in there for a ball. Count moves full here on Trout, 3-2. So several Georgians on this South Carolina roster. Several South Carolinians on that roster as well. The Palmetto State very nicely represented on the Gamecock squad. The 3-2 swung on and missed there by Trout. And she'll be down on strikes. Her first strikeout of the afternoon. Just the second strikeout of the afternoon tossed by Ashley Chastain. She got off to a little bit of a rocky start, but she has since settled down very nicely. And back to the top of the order here, and the Californian Taylor Schlope will stand in. Schlope's average now at .437 in the leadoff spot, in there for a strike 0-1. Schlope doubled and scored in the first, walked and scored in the third. Chastain getting the sign, the 0-1. Outside and gets away, bases empty, so it'll do no harm. Count evens 1-1. Schlope, 9 home runs on the season. We saw her hit one the other night against Georgia Tech. The 1-1. High and away, 2-1 the count. A .579 on base percentage for Schlope. For Georgia, 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error in the field. And for the Gamecocks, 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors in the field. Those 2 errors led to Georgia getting on the board there in the first. They scored 2 in the first frame, the 2-1. On the outside half for a called strike, 2-2 the count. And we mentioned Chastain settling down quite a bit in the native of Palmetto, Georgia. I'm sure he enjoys coming back into the Peach State and performing well here this afternoon. The 2-2, this one off the end of the bat and foul back out of play. Back down the first base side grandstands, and Schlope will keep the 2-2 count. More and more people filing back into the UGA softball stadium. 2-2. High, and the count moves full here, 3-2. Looks like we do have a little bit of time here before the weather moves back in, trying to make this game official. It will be official after the bottom half of this inning. Into the line, the 3-2. This one off the end of the bat, chasing back into right field, chasing back, and is off the wall. It'll roll in quite a bit. Schlope on the horse over to third. They'll hold her there. A stand-up triple for Taylor Schlope, and the Georgia Bulldogs are in business with 1 away. Lauren Lackey gave chase there in right field and was about 1.5 feet shy of clearing the 190 sign there in right. And Lackey does look like she's okay. She crashed into the wall, which is where the ball just careened right off of it and rolled back in a good long ways. And some backup help had to come in, and before the ball was even touched there in right field, Schlope had already turned for third, so the stand-up triple right here for her. Her 5th of the season. And with 1 away, here's Megan Wiggins. Righty on lefty here. She takes one outside for a ball, 1-0. Into the line, the 1-0. Swung on, hit deep out into right field. Chasing back. This one is over the trees. A 2-run shot for Georgia. They take the lead back. It's 6-4. This Georgia squad just has so much firepower. And they will certainly make you pay if you leave one up, and give credit to Wiggins there, getting a hold of that one and sending it deep over the trees lining the right field wall. And Georgia answers right back after giving up the lead in the top half of the inning. Carolina coming to tie. Georgia responds with a 2-run shot, and it is 6-4 Georgia. So the base is clear and 1 away, and the junior from Sugar Hill stands in, Brianna Hessen. Hessen reached via error in the first and reached on the fielder's choice in the third. Takes a ball, 1-0 the count. The line, the 1-0. Called strike on the outside. Half count evens 1-1. The 1-1. This one hit shallowly into the infield, chasing over from the position in sport, Evan Child. She'll make the play. So there's 2 away here. And the third baseman, Lisa Goler, will come in. Goler has walked and hit a home run here this afternoon. It was a 2-run shot for Goler that we saw there in the third after Schlope led off the inning with a walk. Schlope has been very productive today with the double, the triple, and the walk, coming around to score all 3 times. 0-1 count here to Goler. Into the line, the 0-1. Tailing back high, 1-1 the count. The window of rain not in the area may give us just enough time to get this game finished. If this game were any earlier, I would probably not like the chances. Solidly hit there to second. A very nice defensive play, and it'll be a bobble there first. They get her out nonetheless. Kept the hold on it there just long enough, but a really good play right there at second by Sam Arbaugh. Caught it and kind of rolled up her arm out of her glove a little bit. She had to pull it out of the air and toss it over to Mendez there at first. The South Carolina is out of the inning with just the 2 runs done. The 4-3 if you're scoring at home. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and no one left on base. We head to the 6th inning. Georgia's on top 6-4. You're listening to Georgia Softball on GeorgiaDogs.com.